Apollo, god of light, music and prophecy.
His laughter echoed through the halls of Olympus. His lyre sang melodies that charmed the gods and mortals alike. But Apollo also possessed a fearsome aspect. He was a warrior, a protector. Woe betide those who incurred his wrath. He stood tall and proud, a crown of laurel leaves upon his golden hair. His eyes, sharp as an eagle's, missed nothing. His arrows, swift and deadly, found their mark with unfailing accuracy. He was Apollo, the radiant one, and his power knew no bounds. In the land of Thessaly, far below the towering peaks of Mount Olympus, lived two extraordinary brothers, Ephialtes and Otos. They were the sons of Aloéos, but their true father was Poseidon, the mighty god of the sea. From their father they inherited immense strength and a thirst for power. The Aloédae, as they were called, grew at an astonishing rate. Each year their height and strength doubled. Soon they dwarfed the tallest mountains, their voices booming like thunder across the land. With their combined might, they dared to challenge the very gods themselves. The Aloédae, two formidable giants named Otus and Ephialtes, devised an audacious plan that would shake the very foundations of the world. These brothers, known for their immense strength and ambition, were not content with their earthly domain. They sought to challenge the gods themselves. Their target was none other than Mount Olympus, the majestic dwelling place of the gods. This sacred mountain, with its towering peaks and divine aura, was the ultimate symbol of power and authority in the ancient Greek world. The Aloédae's plan was as bold as it was blasphemous. They intended to seize Hera, the revered queen of the gods, and Artemis, the fierce goddess of the hunt, and make them their wives. This act of hubris would not only elevate their status, but also humiliate the gods. To reach the heavens and carry out their plan, the giants decided to pile Mount Pelion upon Mount Ossa, creating a colossal stairway to the celestial realm. This monumental task required immense strength and determination, but the Aloédae were undeterred. As they began their ascent, the earth trembled beneath their colossal feet. Forests were uprooted, their ancient trees crashing to the ground. Rivers changed their course, diverted by the sheer force of the giants' movements. The natural world was thrown into chaos. The very foundations of the world seemed to groan under their weight. The ground shook with each step they took, as if protesting against their audacious endeavor. The air was filled with the sounds of destruction and upheaval. From their heavenly abode, the gods observed this audacious attempt with a mix of fear and anger. They shuddered at the giants' audacity, knowing that the balance of power was at stake. The Aloédae's assault on Mount Olympus was not just a physical challenge, but a direct threat to the divine order. News of the giant's sacrilege reached Apollo. Fury ignited within him. As bright and terrible as 1,000 suns, he would not stand idly by while these mortals challenged the divine order. He would defend Olympus and punish their hubris.
He strung his silver bow, the twang of the string a harbinger of doom. His arrows, tipped with celestial fire, promised swift and merciless retribution. Apollo, the protector, the defender of right, descended from Mount Olympus, his anger echoing with the rumble of an earthquake.
He confronted the Aloédae, his voice a whiplash of righteous fury. The air crackled with tension as the god's eyes blazed with an intensity that could set the heavens aflame. His presence alone was a testament to the divine wrath that was about to be unleashed.
Cease your foolish endeavor and beg forgiveness from the gods. Your arrogance will be your downfall, and your strength will crumble before the might of Olympus.
But the giants, blinded by their ambition and deluded by their strength, merely laughed. Their laughter was a thunderous roar that shook the very foundations of the earth, a sound that reverberated through the ages as a testament to their hubris. They hurled boulders and uprooted trees at the god, their mockery echoing through the valleys. The ground trembled under the weight of their assault, and the sky darkened with the debris of their destruction. Yet the gods stood firm, unyielding in the face of their onslaught.
You think you can stop us, God? We are unstoppable. Our power is unmatched and our will is unbreakable. We will tear down the heavens and reshape the world in our image.
Apollo, undeterred, drew back his bowstring. His movements were fluid, a dance of precision and grace honed over millennia. The bow, an extension of his divine will, hummed with the promise of retribution. 2 arrows flew, guided by divine aim, swift and true. They cut through the air with a whisper of inevitability, their paths unwavering as they sought their targets. They pierced the giants' chests, bypassing their brute strength and finding their mark. The arrows, imbued with the power of the sun god, burned with a celestial fire that consumed the giants from within. Ephialtes and Otos, their boasts silenced, their strength fading, collapsed, their bodies crushing the mountains they had sought to conquer. The earth shuddered as their colossal forms fell, a final testament to the futility of their rebellion against the divine order. The mountains, once symbols of their ambition, now served as their eternal tombs, a stark reminder of the price of defiance. With the threat vanquished, a wave of relief swept over Olympus. Apollo, victorious, returned to the company of the gods. A celebration was in order, a grand feast to honor the radiant god and his triumph.
The Muses, goddesses of art and inspiration, danced and sang his praises, their voices weaving tales of his courage and might.
Their graceful movements and enchanting melodies filled the air, a symphony of joy and relief.
Apollo, his heart lighter than it had been in ages, smiled. He picked up his golden lyre and let the music flow. The melodies cascaded around him, weaving tales of the battle, of the giant's folly, of his own righteous anger, and ultimate victory.
The gods and goddesses tapped their feet and clapped their hands, their laughter echoing through the halls of Olympus. The nectar flowed freely, and the celestial feast commenced, a celebration of the triumph of light over darkness, of order over chaos.
But amidst the merriment, there was a sense of unease that lingered in the air. Apollo felt a pang of sadness, a deep, unshakable sorrow that gnawed at his heart. The Aloéos, for all their arrogance and folly, had once been a part of his life. They were his kin, touched by the divine blood of his own father Zeus. Their fate, a stark reminder of the fleeting nature of life and the inevitable consequences of hubris, weighed heavily on his heart. The masks of tragedy seemed to mock him, reminding him of the price of arrogance. He sat alone, his heart burdened with the weight of his actions and the loss of his kin.
Yet he knew he had done what he had to do. He had protected Olympus from their reckless ambitions. He had upheld the divine order, ensuring that the balance of the cosmos remained intact. And as the music swelled, filling every corner of the celestial palace with its enchanting melodies, he allowed himself to be swept away by the joyous celebration, if only for a moment. The laughter and music, the dance and revelry, all served as a temporary balm for his wounded soul. In that fleeting moment, he found solace in the company of his fellow gods and goddesses, embracing the joy that surrounded him. The tale of Apollo's victory over the Aloéos spread far and wide, whispered by the wind, carried by the waves. It served as a reminder to all, mortals and immortals alike, of the awesome power of the gods and the importance of respecting the divine order.
But Apollo's story does not end here. For the god of light, music, and prophecy, countless adventures awaited, each more epic than the last, each revealing another facet of his complex and captivating nature.
What challenges would he face next? What songs would his lyre weave? Prepare yourselves for the adventures of Apollo, the ever-radiant god, are far from over.